Good morning, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking reading. If you're in the area, I'll be in Port Kembla today, somewhere between about 9:30 and 3ish, so pop by and say hello. Before I go any further, I want to say a huge thank you to you all for your support. There isn't a day goes by when I don't read your messages or your emails or the beautiful things you write to me, and the confirmations and validations that you sent through. And I want to say thank you for that. I received a few yesterday, which is pretty amazing. It still awestrucks me. Not because, as I say, I do not need to hear validation, but what I do love is to know that we are really delivering the work that we are meant to be delivering. And when people are so happy because what we've told them has come to pass, there is something so very beautiful within that. I hope you're all feeling a little better after coming out of Mercury retrograde, but if you're like me, you're very emotional at the moment. So I don't know what's going on in the universe. It's a very strange thing. I felt so calm yesterday. Today, all I want to do is like have a good cry. It's a little bit weird. All right, let's move on with your reading. I feel like there was something else I needed to tell. Oh, for the people who wanted the tarot classes, I'm still getting emails. I'm still organising. Everybody that did the class, the beginner's class before, wants to do the intermediate too. So I feel I'm going to have 2 classes for that. But that's a class that sort of, even though you sort of know the tarot, this class is more about practicing your intuition, trusting your intuition. And believe me, even when you've been doing this for as long as I have, there are still times when you have your little naggy doubts, that little ego, that old ego still creeps in and still does that. And I hear new people saying it and I'm like, it doesn't make any difference. You can be doing this for a very long time. There are times when you will doubt what you are doing. Unfortunately, it just seems to be the way. All right, let's get into your reading. I'm going to use the Dragon Tarot for your reading this morning. See what's happening in the big What's Cracking world. Okay, I actually think this is beautiful. We have a love offer coming through. We have the Page of Cups coming straight in. The Page of Cups isn't always just about romantic love. Always keep that in mind. This can be, an announcement of a new baby, announcement of marriage, anything to do with love that I guess hits you in the heart. Sometimes it can be a new creative, an opportunity, a new creative endeavour. I have a feeling it's a love offer though, because we've had so much love lately. All right, we have the Devil card behind you. I watched End of Days last night. It's one of my favourite movies. I love Gabrielle Byrne and I love that movie so much. And I watched it last night and I'm looking thinking, are you getting an offer from the devil? It's possible that the person you're dealing with, of course, could be a little bit obsessive, narcissistic, any of those things. The devil energy is that of the ego. It's everything to extremes. It's a very power-driven card, but also represents Capricorn. So you could be getting an offer from a Capricorn. Today, for me, this feels like somebody who's really obsessed. This feels to me like somebody who is maybe not overly, maybe you can't see this, but I'm telling you now, whoever's making this offer to you has a real obsession with you. Does it feel unhealthy? Maybe a little bit. But I think it's because they don't know you well. Maybe they're just infatuated or a little overcome maybe by the way you look or the way you are. Whoever this person is a little bit sort of, also feels like, yeah, we have the Hierophant here. Oh, honestly, it feels like somebody just coming in that's totally obsessed with you, who wants to just run away with you here. Own you, possess you. The Hierophant for me it is a card of marriage, it is a card of commitment, it is a card of something traditional, but it has a feeling of possession here. So let me just go, because I have the Knight of Swords here. Okay. I see what's happening. Okay, I feel like somebody's made a choice here to come towards you. They're very dissatisfied in their own life. There's a lot of dissatisfaction. This is a person who probably is either very immature or not very experienced. This is a person who is running with their emotions here, not sort of in a logical way. I feel like whoever this person is has either left something else and heading to you, wants to sign a deal, wants to do the deal, finish, and that's it. Whoever this person is has a very determined way about them here. Because there's like a feeling of ownership. Somebody either wants to marry you or tie something down quick, smart here. Even the Knight of Swords has this urgency to it. Whoever this person is, looks like it's almost like they're fleeing. Oh, the Lover's card is here with the 9 of Coins. I feel like your person, whoever this person is coming towards you, has either recently become single and maybe is rushing something, somehow believing that they need to get in there and sign a deal. But I don't feel like they're taking their time with something. There's an urgency here. There's almost a desperation to be heard. That Knight of Swords energy is pumping. All right, let's see what's going on. You may be dealing with someone who's used to getting their own way, someone who's not used to waiting for things, someone who's very impatient. There's a lot of energy here around going at something really hard, like really hitting hard. It's not a hit it and quit it energy though. It's a hit it and sign the deal energy. All right, so we have a 10 of Wands coming through. There's definitely, unless you've become separated, unless you've recently become separated and somebody now knows you're single, in which case that would make probably a little bit more sense. So somebody might be wanting to grab you before you get back on the market. That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody is like really hammering it here. All right, so we have, oh boy, the Hanged Man, because he's the hanging dragon, of course, in this deck. There is a feeling, though, that you are a little bit, maybe you've never had this kind of attention before. Because I feel like now it's put you into some sort of decision-making mode here. I don't think whoever I'm speaking to is keen to move forward with this energy straight away. So it's not like, I don't feel two people exactly on the same page here. I feel like someone's like slowing the roll, you know, saying, no, we can't move this quickly. We need to sort of think about things, plan things out. Whoever this is really very, very determined, very keen to get in there. But I feel like if this is you on the receiving end of this, you're going to put the brakes on here. Because I don't feel that you are seeing it the same way as the other person. We have the Temperance and the 8 of Swords here. Yeah, you don't feel ready to me. Or your person doesn't feel ready. So if this is you with this determination going after someone else, I would say to you, your person is not ready to move forward here. But if it's the other way around, I feel that you are feeling a little overwhelmed by this situation, a little... I want to say almost freaked out, because the Temperance card feels like it should be in reverse here. It almost feels like perhaps that you weren't anticipating this energy. Perhaps this person's sort of done this out of the blue. Because there's a very strong feeling here of being totally out of balance and really needing to find grounding, but you're going into your head space, trying to see things from this person's perspective, I feel. But I don't know, there's a strange feeling that you're confused here. There's a bit of 7 of Cups energy coming through here. It's this feeling of confusion. I don't feel that you were expecting this energy to come through. I feel like it's got you up in your head. Let's keep going. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords. There's a truth. All right, with the Queen of Cups coming through here. Wow, and the Two of Swords. I can't help feeling that this person has been held up, held back, or not able to express themselves for a long time. And there's a feeling of like freedom and just rushing in. There is some sort of truth being exposed here. This person wants to tell you something that they feel very anxious about, very determined to let you know. Could be dealing with a water sign here, Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. But when I look at the Two of Swords, again, look at all this swords energy. We've been getting this the last few days, lots of sword energy. That's a lot of logical thinking, a lot of conversations, a lot of clarity coming through in the last few days. And I don't know whether it's because Mercury retrograde is finished and now people feel that they can open up, or whether something in that Mercury retrograde has changed something in the energies. But this person feels like they've been either trying to make a decision for a really long time or trying to come to some sort of conclusion. And it's like they've been released from a prison. It's almost like they could have been. You could be dealing with someone who's been released from prison, obviously. But it's this strange energy of wanting to seal the deal. I keep saying here, with this Ace of Swords, there's some sort of truth, some sort of explanation coming through. Your person is absolutely overwhelmed with their emotions here. So maybe they just, as I said, are not very experienced. Perhaps they haven't had a lot of experience in life. But they are coming up as a queen. All right, so I have the Eight of Pentacles here and the King of Cups, right, with the Two of Cups, yeah. This is somebody who wants to express their love. They see you as their person here, without any doubt. Whenever I see like the King of Cups, Queen of Cups together, I think that's a very heartfelt union. I feel really strongly that this person has been held back by something for a very long time and unable to really express themselves. Something has freed them up. Something has sort of let them go, because there's this strange urgency coming through in the cards here. And because I've got the Two of Cups down here at the end and this Eight of Pentacles, there's a strong need here to seal something. It's coming through all through the reading, but this for me is like that, you know, sign the contract. That's what it feels like. All right, but at least we're getting some cups through in the reading this morning. All right, so we have the Page of Cups. So somebody wants to make an offer. I feel like they're really either quite obsessed with you, maybe obsessed with this situation, but there's sort of feeling of wanting something at all costs. This person could want marriage, some sort of traditional deal. It may have been someone who's not really been expressing themselves to you for a very long time. Wow, and are they ready to go now? Absolutely. I feel like either you or this person has moved away from another situation here. The Lovers card is here, so I feel like there was some sort of choice to move away from something else. Nine of Pentacles, yeah, they've become single here. And I feel that like there's some sort of fear of missing out on something. That's what I want to say. It's almost like they want to lock it in. Okay. There's a lot of love here, though. This isn't a possession thing. It isn't a I want to own you thing. It's not sort of that sort of energy. It feels like somebody who's fallen in love for the first time. That's what it feels like. Like somebody wants to have something at all costs. All right, let's just get a few more cards to clarify the two. Okay, so we have the High Priestess, followed by the Six of Pentacles. Well, doesn't that speak for itself? Okay, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, this person definitely wants to move things forward. They want to invest in you now. I feel like somehow or another they haven't been able to do that before, but the High Priestess is here. So either your person's had some sort of realization and maybe left something behind to come towards you. The High Priestess is really singing that someone's had some sort of, and with that Hanged Man before, perhaps quite a strong awakening, a sudden realization. But I feel like they've cleared something. Maybe they've just not experienced love before. Because it's like they've shoved something aside to come towards you here. Or as I said, it could be that you've recently become single and they know you're available now and they're racing in to make this offer. Really beautiful energy though. It's nice to see some cups on the table. All right, let's have a look. I am drawn to using one of these cards, so let's go for one of these. Holy dooly, how interesting. You know, I always say I have really safe hands, but when the cards fall out of my hands, then I'm like, okay, well, they were meant to come out. So I have the octopus and the bee coming through here. So let's have a look at what they both say. Oh, and there goes my phone. Ouch. I have everything so well set out on my table, and I just knocked everything over. All right, so we have the octopus and the bee. Either one will do. Octopus. Bee. All right, let's have a look. So the octopus, wow, okay. The octopus talks about reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. I'm wondering here whether you have to set boundaries for this person. Perhaps they've not been used to boundaries before. That could be that devil energy that's coming through too. Someone who's now wants everything, wants it done yesterday. Maybe this is the time when you need to set boundaries, and this is why you're holding back here. Because there's very much this energy of you trying to get things back into perspective. So maybe you're teaching someone about their boundaries. The bee personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizons. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures aware of many subtleties at once. Since they're artists at heart, they usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they have bustling, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work, and then they gripe and then they sting. So I'm feeling here that I have pulled these two cards, or these two cards have come out because one is your person and one is you. So I feel like here your person may lack boundaries and may need a little bit of guidance around boundaries, but I feel like for you, you're probably going to work very hard to get things back into perspective. Is this a good union? It does look like you can work well together, so we'll see. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.